RGB something. RGB Mini, that's what it's called. Anyways, Crimson Tears. Let's get back on talk to Crimson Tears. As I said, by the developers of The Bouncer. And you said you haven't played any games since the Genesis. Well, guess what? Their first game was Tobal 1 in 1996. So there are probably Genesis games coming out in 1996, but definitely not Tobal 1. That's a PlayStation only game. So yeah, I need to change my audio level here on my side so I can hear this video game. I don't like this game very much. And I bought it having no idea what it was. I didn't even know it was by the developer of The Bouncer at the time. It's basically about this like android squad who is in this post-apocalyptic Tokyo with like monsters and stuff, and I think people turn into monsters. I don't know if I really want to watch this opening cutscene that much, but we'll see where it goes. It has like a neat cel-shaded look, but it's also like very I don't know if budget looking is the right word. It looks like there's something about the character designs, I think, that are a little off-putting. So like visually, these character models actually look pretty good. Even in game, they look pretty good. But like something about their faces and the shape of their heads and stuff are kind of weird and funky. But it's basically like I've never played like enough roguelites to say if it's like a roguelike, but basically it's one of those things where it's like, oh, you do a dungeon crawling thing. I'm just gonna skip this cutscene if I can. Yeah, we're just gonna do that. Oh, basically bust all these your friends out, and then you live in a garage. And you have a little ghost AI buddy friend. It might have crashed. I skipped it.
Lena.
That's Lena's voice.
Amber, Tokyo, Katie.
It's quality.
All made it out okay.
Quality voice acting.
Lana?
This voice acting is actually very quiet on my side.
I'm okay. No matter where I am, my thoughts will always reach
Anyways,
you.
we'll skip that. We'll see how quickly we can get into...
There's a water processor. It was used to break down industrial water for recycling.
they have some crazy outfits.
Emissions of poisonous gases here and there, so be careful.
I didn't post my review for this game till many years after I actually wrote it.
Your battle starts here from this base. First, go out into the city and get.
I'm just gonna skip all this stuff. I don't wanna go out into the city. You can choose characters. You can switch between them. I don't know what this room is back here. I had made a joke about like something about like getting a yeast infection from a thong or something. I don't know. I think it was like based off something my sister said about their outfits. It was weird. Am I gonna have to go talk to NPCs? Because I might just not do that. Yeah, this game also has pretty bad interlacing. I might just have to mess with that in my own free time to figure out. But yeah, this little town you go through, there's like 3 different NPCs, and then you also have like 3 or 4 story NPCs over here. But that's pretty much the entire town for the whole 30 hours. And like I was saying earlier, it's kind of like a roguelike kind of thing, if I'm using that term correctly, where you basically go into a dungeon, go grind levels, get equipment and stuff, and then if you die, then you lose all that status, and then like your character is left there dead, and you have to like go back and help them. Like you have to take one of the other characters to go rescue them.
Here you can take a break or teleport into the dimension maze.
Okay.
Are you ready? If you are, try getting onto the teleporter.
This actually looks really good on a CRT TV, but it's all randomized dungeons. And so it's just kind of grindy because you're just basically collecting weapons. There's kind of like an overheat system since you are all androids. You can basically burn yourself up, and there is like some benefit to it, where, oops, gotcha.
The thing above the enemy is the lock-on mark.
Basically, if you get like overheated, you do more damage. But I think you eventually there's like either you lose all your health or something like that from doing it. I wasn't reading any of that. What it said, something about locking on. And so I'll actually switch over to my other save file at some point, so it'll be a bit easier to see. But this game is kind of, oops, I didn't do that. I'm actually like causing a lot of like overheated status from doing that. But a lot of this game is like learning combos and stuff, and that's kind of something that was pulled out of the bouncer in a lot of ways. At least in terms of where I've seen it. I haven't seen their earlier games. I guess stuff like Tobal and stuff is like a fighting game, and they also have like 3D dungeon crawler aspects to it. So that's probably where it started for them at least. So as you go through and you use all these different weapon types, in this case I'm just using hand to hand, you learn different combos, and you can unlock different combo trees for each weapon. And so at the end of the game, by the time you've collected a bunch of weapons, if you've used a lot of them, you can have like a really overpowered arsenal. This is pretty easy early on, but the game gets pretty tough later, and because it's like you have to go a certain number of floors without saving, and like you can lose all your progress. It becomes pretty challenging, and I remember at the time what I did to kind of get around that was I would save before I go into a dungeon, and if I died, I would just
There's a teleporter in this room for getting to the next floor. Use
teleporters, yeah. I would just go back to my save file, and the reason why is because they'd be like, "Oh, go save your friend with your other character," which, you know, obviously you're getting more stuff and like leveling up. But after you've saved your friend, you can't just keep going through the dungeon after that. It actually kicks you back out, if I recall correctly. So, what's a bull cat dog? Oh, the the weird-looking thing that was with the soldiers. Yeah, I don't know what that was. I don't remember if the like enemy designs in this game get really weird. I remember it being like a lot of robots and stuff that you fight. I'll go to one of the city levels later, which I remember being like a pretty tough place. And that place has like a lot of really cheap traps, and I think a lot of annoying enemies is maybe the best word to put it. Oh, well, there's little robots. You definitely see more of these guys throughout the game. Little poison traps. And so then, because it is a roguelike, there's definitely, or a game, I don't know if I'm using the term roguelike correctly. I need to go look at the definition of roguelike again. It's been a while since I've said it. Dungeon crawler thing. But like a dungeon crawler, you get like a level of resource management you have to do. These guys always look like bikers to me. There's like a level of resource management you have to do. You get a pretty good amount of stuff down here. But then you have to worry about inventory space, and then in this case I'm just using my fists because I didn't buy any weapons because I just wanted to get down here as fast as possible. We might get a weapon drop or something at some point here. But as you pick up weapons, that starts flooding your inventory more and more. So I got a dagger, so let's equip that dagger.
think hard when to use a weapon or tool. Their use can be.
Let me get past all this stuff. Thank you. And I think all the weapons have durability, so there's that level of management to it as well. Whoops, I forgot that's like a special move that I shouldn't do. But it's a lot of this. This is kind of this game. Yeah, feral Roombas. They really want to clean. They want to clean you up. They want to put you in a nice set of clothes and say, cover up. It's a little caring grandma Roomba. Yeah, and it's pretty much this. And I think this dungeon's like 10 floors, so we're on floor 3. And so it's definitely not so bad early on with this kind of stuff. But I would say I'm not somebody who's particularly, or at least when I was playing this, I was not particularly into this type of game very much. I think you get more points if you combo that like EX level thing or whatever, and that's like for leveling your weapon up and things like that. Yeah, I don't know. So one thing, this is kind of unrelated. One thing I really liked in Resident Evil 4 was that Leon S. Kennedy in the... The prototype builds of Resident Evil 4 is that Leon S. Kennedy held a flashlight and he held it that way. And that's how he, like, you use the GameCube C-Stick to, like, turn the flashlight around the environment and stuff. And I always liked that kind of, like, hold down, like... I don't know if anybody in real life has ever used this as an actual fighting style. Maybe somewhere. I don't know anything about weapons and, like, real weapon arts training, but it looks like a very, like, anime thing of just, like, hell yeah, man. Just gonna hold this knife backwards and slice you with it. There's, like, those, like, ninja things, like are they called sai or something like that? It's not like a traditional katana. It has like the little like edges on it. Although I guess you would you would hold a katana backwards, wouldn't you? I don't know, man. I don't know anything about weapons. I'm sure there's probably different types of katanas that you can hold this way or hold the other way. Anyways, let's get out of this sewer. Now I'm kind of scared to restart the game, though, after the sound went away last time. But let's see if we can, there we go. That's the ultimate strats, ultimate combo. I'm gonna try to restart this. Or, you know what? Let's try just, like, doing this. Oh. I want to see what this does. I opened the disc tray. Okay, there we go. And it still let me move around for a little bit. Will it load the next room? It did. Okay. I'm going to try to just restart. Hopefully, I think we might have lost sound. Let me know if we have lost sound. I will try to restart the stream as fast as possible. Thankfully, like the VOD, if you restart the stream fast enough, it will give you it'll still like put it all together. Raphael. Oh, the Ninja Turtle. I was thinking of Raphael from Soul Calibur. I'm just gonna unmute myself here real quick, or unmute the stream here so I can hear. I think we might have lost audio. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna keep moving for now, just in case we do still have audio. But I will probably have to restart the stream here. We're just gonna load one of these save files. Oh, nope, we did it. We're good. Okay. Alright. And we're going to mute that. And then we're going to load game playing Tokyo. Yeah, I just get really scared because the screen flashed blue, like the capture reset or something. I'm actually not going to play as Tokyo, because Tokyo is like a gunslinger. And it's interesting because he's not like a melee type character. But he's kind of boring to watch play because he just sits there and shoots. Look at that. Look at that. That pants. Or I guess underwear thing. I don't know. And actually, now that I have all these weapons, I can show you the... let me figure out. Is there another menu I can go into here? Or is it down here that I go into it? Let me see here. Here we go. So you have all these weapon types, and so each character can use 5 to 6, with the exception of Tokyo. He can only use a hand blade and guns don't have their own like skills. But they basically give you like an upgrade tree right here for each of the weapons, and you can buy different upgrade paths. And then like in here you can see how the combos play out, and it's pretty much just a high low system. So there's not a lot to it, but considering the type of game it is, it should probably be pretty simple, and they get pretty extensive if you go out of your way. I don't remember memorizing any of them though. I might have a Hell Knuckle. We'll see. Okay. Let's go to the expressway. I'll say all the areas in this game are pretty boring. So, although I'm noticing that the chat like fits now, so maybe it's just like the title screen for this game is wider than usual. So I got like drill fingers. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. I always hit triangle thinking if I want to hit that for high, but that's not it. Oh. This isn't actually where I was thinking it was, but this is okay. Oh, rush. But, like, hey, this is the guy from the sewer. He just has a gun now. So there's definitely, like, a layer of just, like, yeah, they're just continuing to recycle stuff. I'm pretty sure all these enemies appear as a different color in all the other levels, too. I don't know if it's just... Can I blow this up? Okay, there you go. Let's get a non-like... Let's get something equipped with... We'll put Hell Knuckle on. Whoops. Did that again. I forget what the bi-swords are, actually. I remember the fists being really good on some characters, and each character, like, so each character has hand-to-hand, but they all control differently in how they do hand-to-hand, so it's not just like, oh, there's a similar weapon between the two, because they all have different combos. And so, like, on paper, this game sounds pretty great, but then all the levels just look like this, basically. They're basically just rooms you go through. Story's not great. And I think there's a mindset to enjoy this game. But I don't... Oh! I can't say that I'm ever in the mindset maybe to enjoy this game. Maybe I am. I don't know. So now they're orange because they're dying. Do you really only have knives? This lady can use big swords, and I don't see any big swords in her inventory. I just see little tiny weapons, which is a shame. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I guess you could technically quantify this as like a 3D beat 'em up kind of thing. It definitely has a lot more like a combo system to it. That I think a lot of like, I don't know. I've only played a lot of like older 2D beat 'em up stuff, so like Streets of Rage and things like that. I need to play Golden Axe sometime and play through that. But get that extra EXP. Yeah. I think there is a. Oops. Okay. Well, apparently I stabbed him. I'm also like almost 15 levels higher than these guys, so I'm burning through them pretty quick. Oh no, car. Let's go this way then. Yeah, and I guess in a lot of ways, like 2D beat 'em ups are just like go from square room to square room to square room. They're just like from the sides rather than from top down. I think there's definitely people that would enjoy this game, and I don't think this is a bad game. I just think it's maybe not, or at least at the time when I played through it, it maybe was not for me. I'm definitely enjoying it like in this moment. But I think if I were to say, hey, play another 30 hours of this, I'd probably be like, eh. Especially since it's... This may sound silly since it's so gameplay heavy, because, like, part of the reason why I like the bouncer is because there's so many cutscenes in the game. It's just like, it's mostly cutscenes. I think there's only like an hour worth of gameplay throughout the whole thing, which I think a lot of people would not like. And maybe today I would not like as much, but I like cutscenes. And I typically don't have a problem with there being too many cutscenes in the game. It depends on the game though, like, and it depends on the type of story that's being told, I guess. There's a lot of things I like about the bouncer's story. Oh no! Oh. Oops, there we go. How's she censored? She's the lady in red, who is from the second game, right? Or no? Am I thinking of someone else? I don't remember. Apparently, I set an alarm off. That might have happened earlier, and I just didn't pay attention. That's it. I am now of the visible status. I feel like that's all I have to say about this game, though, really. This is pretty much it. Okay, so I guess that's one other thing is that these guys have key cards to leave the level sometimes. So I actually, in that top left corner, you see in the bottom right hand map, the top left corner there's the teleport to get out and it wasn't activated. And I noticed that when we ran past it. I just couldn't remember if that was like a preset thing that was already there always and I just had to find the right one, or if it was unactivated. But it looks like, yeah, getting the key card to go forward is the thing. But this level is a bunch of those, so how about we see if we can leave somehow. I think you have to use like an escape thing. I don't know, let's see. There might be like a teleporter over here. I would like some more weapon variety at the very least before we go. Because do I have like a tool item? I'm only seeing item lists here, which tells me that we probably can't escape. And I don't really want to turn my PS2 off again. Let's see if I can die real quick. And I just won't save. Dude, very hot. So now I'm very hot and my health is draining. But I do a lot of damage if I hit someone. And I also run very fast. Which is just kind of good and bad. You can use it on a boss to kind of burn through them. And I think you can apply coolant to get out of it. So it's like a nice additional mechanic on top of this. Like, but it's kind of nice that it's kind of like a, oh, this could really screw you over if you don't play smartly. Apparently it doesn't go all the way to your dead, though. Let's see if one of these guys will shoot me to death. Here, I'll even turn my back. Oh, you have a rocket launcher. You should rocket launcher me. Ash was the stereotypical gay guy. This guy is having some trouble shooting me. I think if I'm close enough for him to hit me, he gets scared and runs away. But if I'm far enough to not get hit, he shoots. Okay. You shoot me? There we go. Yeah, I don't remember Ash at all, actually. What did they change about him? Just the fact that he was gay, or? There we go. He's out of energy. Oh no. We're gonna lose all items. And then she's recovering. I think Amber might have some of the bigger swords. Let's see. If not, I'll just call it a day. on this stream. I do want to poke somebody with something that's not a knife. Oh, you know what? I could just go buy. Well, I could just look at see what. Oh, never mind. I lost all items. I have a katana though, so we'll go use this katana real quick. We'll just go to the R&D facility. Oh, they just took him out entirely, huh? Could you play as him in the US version, or is he just like gone? Okay, well I got double katanas. That's something. Oh, that's a hole there. Oh, there we go. Yeah, hey, what do you know? More box rooms. Yeah, I definitely played Streets of Rage 3. So, I played the Genesis version, or the Genesis Ultimate Genesis Collection version, so. But yeah, I didn't know that he was taken out. I like Streets of Rage 2 the most. But yeah, now that you've mentioned it, I definitely see a lot of the similarities between like a beat 'em up in this kind of game. Let's see. I think these things are all my level. I forget what happens. Oh no, my katana's broken. Okay, well that was my only other weapon. Something happens. I probably shouldn't spoil whatever this game is, but something happens in the story that is bad, and things go bad. Oh, got a lot of kicks there. And you learn this attack, and you just never stop. That's what happens. That's bad. Well, that's gonna be it for tonight. I'll try to see if I can fix that interlacing issue. I don't know if we will be able to. This capture card is very specific about how it's set up, unfortunately. Yes, you learned a flying spin kick and then it's over. I think it's something to do like, oh no, we're actually robots made for bad, but we're gonna take control of our own lives and do good thing. I think is what happens in the plot. It's been a long time. Yet I posted a review of this game this year because I was building a website and had no time to write articles, so I was just like scavenging what I could out of my abandoned article section. I'm just gonna wipe that sweat off. She's as rad as Sonic the Hedgehog with her idle animations. That's gonna do it for the Crimson Tears and for this auto testing. Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. I'll be streaming Yakuza 2 starting tomorrow if you're interested. Otherwise, you can say hi to me on Twitter or something sometime. I'm also on Discord as well, if you ever want to just wave on Discord or something. But yeah, just like harass me on Twitter if you do. Although I am probably not up at the same times as you. Unfortunately, I live a normal American 9-to-5 life, which I'm sure in Russia is probably like not anywhere in your actual awake time of 9 to 5 in Russia time. So, or not awake for 9 to 5, but that's my work life. I like staying up late, but yeah, I gotta be a better person. Try not to stay too much up. But enjoy it. Have a good night. Bye.